Well, I've been absent for a couple of days. I've been hard working on my Polaris SL 750. I found this one on Craigslist also for 50 bucks. The guy had started taking it apart to fix it and absolutely just didn't know what he was doing. The engine had a thrown crank and broken block. But all I needed was one of the jugs, and I've got 3 good jugs and 2 good pistons to put in my good engine. So, plus I've got just buttloads of parts that once I get this one finished, I will eBay the rest of this stuff for somebody who needs stuff for this this type of bike. Seems like everybody is just abandoning these things right and left. Nobody wants to deal with them, so I'll get this one up nice and working and, you know, let somebody use it that's going to enjoy it. And I'm going to keep this one right here. I've started cutting apart. It's going into my mobile trash dumpster to go to the dump because it's stripped down and completely trash. There's a big hole in the bottom of it, so I'm cutting it into pieces and taking it to the dump. Well, if I didn't keep running out of battery power, I'd have this thing cut to pieces already. I've got 3 DeWalt batteries that are less than 6 months old, and they still keep running out. So I'm having to charge a little, come out here, cut some, charge a little, come out, cut some. You can see there's the carnage in there. But yeah, it's slowly but surely coming along. The bottom of this hull is really, really thick, so therefore it's really tough to get through with the Sawzall blade. Meanwhile, I got the piston that I needed off of that one. Mic'd it, everything's perfect. Checked the jug, and I got the bad piston off of mine and cleaned the bearing up really good. I've got the piston soaking in some cleaner just to kind of get all the grooves, because the thing is I'm putting new piston rings on there, and that carbon buildup inside that groove holds that top ring in there. So getting it nice and clean, and because as much as I spent for these stupid rings, they're $29 each, not a pair, $29 each. Everything on this engine. This is worse than my boat. My boat, there's a lot of stuff that's expensive on there, but man, it seems like everything on this jet ski is $100 bucks, $100 bucks, $100 bucks. So I'll keep going. I'm going to throw this in here. I'll spray out everything inside here with some cleaner just to make sure that it's all nice and clean, there's no debris or anything like that. I'm throwing this thing back together to see if it's going to run. I'm tired of messing with it, to be brutally honest. Okay, so I'm getting ready to put the piston rings on here, and you can see got my nice clean piston in here. Now this is not a new one, it is used, but it looks in very good shape. I got it cleaned up, got all the piston, the ring gaps all taken care of. One thing I noticed is these pistons have little spots on them that tell you where your ring gaps go. So I was kind of worried about that. Where do you put them? Well, obviously it makes it worthwhile. So when I put the wrist pin back in here, which, man, I tell you, getting the wrist pin out on the other one was really, really tough. Had to heat up the piston a lot to get it to work. But I put oil back in here as far as on the bearings, because I sprayed all this out with cleaner to make sure there was no gunk in there. And also put some oil on the bearing in there just so it doesn't, you know, jack up on startup. So anyway, I'm going to put my brand spanking new $30 each piston rings. I think I got took, but you know what? Life's short, no big deal. Put these on here. I also took my cylinder hone right there, and I put a nice pretty crosshatch on this cylinder. I don't know if you can't see it or not, but this one mic'd out beautifully, and there we are. And looks like it's going to be perfect, so we'll put that back in there and then run it through a break-in. Hopefully it'll be alright. Alright, well, I got the new jug back on, and the new piston with the new piston rings, and everything is beautiful. There is no more slap with the piston whatsoever like that other one did. So I think that problem was what was causing the issue with the engine. So I got all new head gaskets. I'm going to throw the heads on, and just for shits and giggles, I'm going to run a compression test on it, just to kind of test and see what's going on and make sure we're all good. And put new gaskets on there, put the carbs back on, drop this bastard back in the ski. Okay, so I hooked up a crude engine spinning device. I hooked up the ground cable to the ground spot on the engine, and then I took another piece of out of the old junk jet ski and hooked it to the positive side. And all I do is I just touch to the starter cable, and that way now I can check my compression. And you can see my compression on this guy is 125-ish, around that area, and the center was 125, and this one was 125, which this is the one we just rebuilt. So I have identical compression across all three. So I'm happy. Got good compression, and ready to put this thing back together and put it in the jet ski. But as you can see, it's dark, I'm tired. That's all that's left of the original, or this junk jet ski, is just this amount. I keep running out of battery. And so for tonight, I'm done. And next couple of days, hopefully I'll get the engine back in and throw the rest of this pile on eBay. See if I can make some of my money back.